What's going on, everybody? It's your man DISCO100. Y'all know how we do. Nothing here is edited. Everything is raw deal. I am very honored. Small world. I'll tell you about it in a minute. How I met. Well, we'll talk about it in a minute. But I got Miss Brittany Sade. Can I say Sade like that?
Well, it's Sade, like the singer, but
Well,
whatever you're
What
feeling.
I'm saying, I said it like that. I said
Like the
Sade.
singer.
I added like that. I said Sade.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought I tried. I thought I was doing right. I said Sade. I still got it wrong.
Yeah.
Boy, Miss Brittany. Woo. Boy. And I got Angelo in the building. What's up,
Yo,
Angelo?
what's up, man? What's up, y'all?
And how y'all doing, man?
We're doing
Pretty
good.
good,
I'm doing
man.
good.
Cool,
Feels
cool.
good
I
to
can't
be here.
complain. It does. It feels good to be here.
Great energy.
So was y'all worried about the weather? I thought you were gonna cancel on me.
No, see, I knew that God's timing is incredible because actually when I was like, I know it's not going to rain on us, and then I looked outside and the rain was going to stop at 2 on the weather app. I said, I'm not worried.
Okay, cool. So real quick, I need y'all to do a brief introduction. I need you to say pretty much tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, where you from, if you from here, if not, what made you move here, and all that good stuff.
Okay, well, I'll go first.
Go ahead, baby.
I'm Brittany Sade, and I'm a trust advisor. I'm also a financial education enthusiast and advocate of personal and professional growth. I'm originally from North Carolina, but I've been here in Georgia, specifically Atlanta, for almost 9 years now. So people have started telling me, just say you're from Georgia. You've been here long enough. But yeah, I love finance. I love teaching about financial literacy and just helping people, giving them the tools to achieve that peace of mind and wealth.
That's what's up. And you, Mr.
You just had to do it like that, huh?
She threw the
Dang,
wealth
just
out
Dang.
Yeah, she threw the
You
wealth
know,
out
we
there.
about
I
stacking
am
these
the
chips.
Sade. No, but it's your boy Angelo. I'm from Chicago.
Shot time.
Been in Atlanta for 3 years now. I consider myself the blueprint.
Yes.
Because I didn't have anything in front of me to say, hey, this is what success looks like.
Okay, cool.
So
Look at that camera right
what
there.
the camera?
Right there in front of you.
Okay.
Oh, this right here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, what's up, y'all?
Let me see y'all.
So I got a couple businesses. I met my boy here at Harold's actually. I was a bartender when I first moved here for like 2 years. Now I have a skin business, an esthetician. I have my own clothing line. I consider myself a health advocate. I'm real big on like mental health and spiritual development, self-development, all that good stuff. So I'm all about that on my Instagram.
That's what's
I
up.
feel like young kids like myself didn't have that growing up. So I want to like trying to bridge that gap into like, hey, this is what we need to do. Change our mindset. We could change our life.
That's what's up.
I love it.
So I'm out. I'm actually gonna fast forward a little bit. You said mental,
Health.
health.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As a culture, do you think enough of that is put out there for us to have access to talk to somebody about mental health?
Oh man, no. Like everything that I've learned on my own by me saying like I want to learn mentally. I want to grow mentally. So I had to pick up books. I had to go on YouTube. I remember when I was like in my mom's crib and I was people don't know this, but I used to sleep on my mom and like a twin bed in my sister's room on her bed, living out of bags, and my only outlet was to like look at YouTube clips on how to like get your mind out of the gutter, and like raise my vibration, raise my faith in God and myself. So I feel like that took me that little era took me to where I'm at right now. As far as like mental
I'm gonna
health.
touch that a little bit longer. How about you? What is your specialty? Like, what do you love to do?
I love to teach people. I love financial education, but I also love, as Angelo had touched on, and that's how we connect so much, is really getting people to understand the growth personally and your mental health as well as your physical health. And to answer your question, I would say that there probably aren't enough resources, right? It's really hard to find a Black therapist. And it's also hard too, though, although I have seen that it's gotten a lot better, where a lot more people are willing to go see therapists, especially Black men. I love, when I hear a Black man, yeah, I'm going to get a therapist, or I've talked to my therapist, I'm like, ooh, okay.
Mhm.
I like it because we have to be willing to do that. And I'm glad to know that mental health is not as taboo in our community as it used to be.
You know why I'm laughing?
Why?
Because people that know me personally, if you rewind a lot of these videos, I always say I'm not getting therapy. So for you to say that and be a beautiful woman say that,
You better get into
I'm
it.
like, wow. Because
need
this
that.
this is me with this, and I hope Angelo can help me out with this. I feel like if you don't know me personally, don't know my walk in life before I came to you, I feel like you're doing it as an occupation, not because you're doing it genuinely. That's the stubborn mindset I have. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I could talk to one of my brothers, one of my partners, an OG.
Yeah.
An OG I could talk to all day long that don't even know me.
Yeah.
Versus scheduling an appointment for a cat who went to school. Not to disregard that,
Yeah.
but that's my mindset.
Yeah.
So I'm just very stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
So my homeboy, I would say, man, Disco, bro, just go talk to somebody, dog. And
Yeah.
I'm like, man, F them folks. Man, them folks don't know me, man. Them folks don't know nothing about me. Don't know what I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So I think that may be a pride thing
It is.
with our
It's
coaching.
definitely a
It's
pride
definitely a
thing.
pride thing. You gotta
Um,
change that mindset,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You really do, especially if your cats in the hood telling you
Yeah.
at the job, telling like, "Yo, go seek some." You know, like a
Yeah.
therapist, nothing like just weighing it all out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and like having an unbiased opinion.
It's
That's
all-
what it's really all about.
that unbiased
real.
opinion.
So speaking of therapists, we go vent mode. So I like to vent a lot.
Okay.
So do you want one of y'all want to go before me, or we like to talk? I like to talk about stuff that's going on that you just want to talk about. No names gotta be mentioned.
Mhm,
Yeah.
You can do
mhm.
it close as you want to as far as telling the story.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Well, I mean, since we talking about, I'll go first. I mean, since we're talking about like mental health, I created a journal. I used to journal like a lot 6-7 years ago, and still up to this point in my life, I journal a lot just to let all my frustrations out, therapy, like all that good stuff. So what I did was I created a journal for people. So I like formatted this journal, gathered like the cover and all this stuff's gonna drop like next week.
Yes.
So it's just like
Ready
for all
for it.
young, like black women. I mean, I'm not gonna say any like a particular race, but like for anyone who needs like an outlet, because it's real healthy. Like you can look back on your life 5-4 years from now, you think like in that moment, you think like, oh my God, my life is over, right? Like, man, my life is ending. And then a year from that date, you like, damn, I look back at this journal entry. I really thought my life was ending. You know what I'm saying? So like it's therapeutic. Like, if you want to go see if you don't have the resources to go see a therapist, I always recommend journaling. Like it's a great outlet to just go ahead and, seek help for yourself. And then you can look back and like, man, I've really grown as an individual. So
I love it, and I can't wait for that journal to come out.
yeah,
'cause
so
I love to
document
journal.
now, your future will thank you later.
So
Yes.
you basically talking to yourself is more of an outlet for you.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I mean, if we're being candid right now, like it was me talking to myself, also talking to God at the same time.
Okay.
So it was like a release of a prayer for me, like just unscripted, like raw, like how all my angers and stuff like that. And then now I look back 2 years from now, I'm like, man, I was there, and now I'm here. So
Okay,
it's
Miss
therapeutic.
Miss Beautiful Brittany, how about you?
Yes. Well, before I do my vent, like to his point, right? Because you say, you don't want to talk to. I got to touch on this, right? Because I'm really big on, especially our
Uh-oh.
brothers
I'm
in
in
our
trouble,
community.
y'all.
We
I'm in
going back to
trouble.
this.
Uh-oh.
But as far as a therapist is concerned, and you saying it's an occupation, like my occupation is a trust and financial advisor,
Mhm.
but I have a real passion for helping people, especially people in my community. I know we say everything is for everybody, and I in no means ever drop anything or drop gems for anyone who's outside of my community, but I'm a Black woman. So I would be lying if I said that I'm here as a Black woman for Black women. So I say that to say that my passion is what made me decide on my occupation. So there are a lot of therapists, especially the Black therapists out there, who are getting into the occupation because they understand the need for us to have a vent and
An outlet.
an outlet. And to Angelo's point, the journal would be great for you because at least you can get it out, right? Even if you don't want to talk about it with somebody else, you don't trust talking about it with somebody else. But journaling, what I found, has allowed me to see what I'm writing, to really be able to, because you just start writing and you just start venting, and you're able to, now I'm able to see what it is that my issue is or what's really on my mind, and you just release it, if nothing else.
Well, I actually did that about 5 years ago. I wrote a book called "A Good Heart in Bad Blood." And
Come on, title.
And
Okay.
I let everything out. So I let everything how I feel. And of course, let me not scare anybody. My childhood was great.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a loving family. My childhood was wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It's just society and the world just make you not want to
Absolutely.
just deal with anybody. Like it's just the world is so messed up. Like, I'm tired of all watch. I don't even like watching the news. It's it's not Good Day Atlanta don't even exist. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it is.
Like the Kirk Franklin situation. Have you heard about? You heard about that, right?
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that situation?
Okay, so just to be
Sound
clear,
like my dad talking
it's
to
about
me.
him cursing out his son, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So, I mean, I come from a family that are cursing Christians. So a little curse word here and there
That's a
doesn't
no.
necessarily offend me.
Cursing Christians.
Curse.
Yes, we are cursing Christians. I myself am. I'm trying to do better, but if something slips, mom, dad, I'm very sorry. No disrespect. But to that point, I mean, I can see it from both sides, right? His son probably pissed him off and he probably just said what he had to say.
Mhm.
In hindsight, in general, is it a good idea to call people names, especially your children, because then we get to talk about how that weighs on self-esteem and
Yeah.
stuff like that? If that's something that you do all the time or because of your own anger, it's probably not a good idea. However, if his son pissed him off and he was like, hey, yo, like, stop being it's like, I mean, but was it worth putting that out there? I don't really know what the motive was for that, but
I say let's separate the man from the religion. At the end of the day, it's a man with a son.
That's deep.
Like,
That's deep.
like
That's deep.
he just in the limelight. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he sounds like my dad. To be honest, like that's something like my dad or my mom would say to me. So I didn't see anything wrong with
So
it. I
you
found
don't-
it funny.
So you don't think it was fair to say that he probably created that monster and he finally told him no? Because the argument happened because he said he wasn't gonna do something for him,
hmm
and that's how it all started. So
Mm.
I'm blaming Kurt because
It's an entitlement type of
he's
thing.
33 years old. So somewhere down the line, you've been spoiling this kid, and you finally said no to him, and he lost his mind. That's what I'm taking out of it.
yeah.
I mean, from what the story I was hearing is that he had like some type of mental illness anyway, so he was always like popping off randomly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
So-
I don't know how old y'all are, but I'm 45. I know my parents and my aunties. Yeah, we had a mental thing, all right.
Yeah.
You got one time to pop off.
Right.
Yeah. There's
Look, my
no.
parents
Yeah.
did not play about that, like
Okay.
at all.
You will not be disrespectful.
So go ahead.
No, that's what I
So
was.
let's jump into your occupation, what you do. I see black girl corporate. Let's talk
Yes,
about that real
corporate
quick.
black girl.
I'm sorry, I said it wrong.
No, it's corporate black girl.
All
It's okay.
I've
I'm
been-
always,
let me tell you,
I'm
I've been
always
messing up with
gonna,
Brittany all
I'm
week.
always gonna correct it very respectfully. No problem.
Brittany been on me all
Um,
week long. I messed up her fly 3 times. I don't spill water on that lady.
It was just water. It's
She
okay.
been on me. I've been messing up all week. Go ahead.
No, but so I am a trust advisor by day, trust and financial advisor by day, but corporate black girl, it actually started out as a blog. And it started out as me just venting my own stories, my own experiences, and then it ended up reaching others. And so very quickly, when I started hearing about how much of an inspiration it is, how much others could relate to me and learn from me, the brand just kind of took off into something that was more of a way for me to inspire others as much as they inspire me. And so the platform itself, and it's still a blog, but the brand itself is just all about, like I say, personal and professional growth in all aspects. So whether it's financial, whether it's spiritually, whether it's mentally, physically, I'm all about being a triple threat, right? Be
Come on,
about
triple.
your business, be pretty and smart.
Gang,
Like
gang.
we are triple threat, okay? And so that's really what the brand is about, is just allowing everyone. And of course, like I say, it's for everyone. But again, I'm a corporate black girl, so I speak louder for my corporate black girls, but just to allow people to understand that you can still be in corporate and you can still like be, a businesswoman, whether you work for a company or for yourself, because I know a lot of times it's like, if you're working a 9 to 5, then you really not as popping. People like to call you regular. And so the brand itself really is like, I'm popping whether I work a 9 to 5 or I'm an entrepreneur, because I'm a 9 to 5-preneur.
Period.
So I'm on both ends of the spectrum, and I think I'm kind of popping or whatever. So that's really what the brand is
She
about.
said, "I think I'm kind of popping."
I think so.
So basically, how do like what comes with that? Like, do y'all have like group meetings?
Yes. So pre-COVID, I actually had my very favorite things to do, but I had the Working Woman Wednesday Wind Down Mixer. And it was held on Wednesdays, Wind Down Wednesdays, and it was for the working women. And like I said, whatever industry, whether you worked in corporate or you were an entrepreneur, but we would all come together and genuinely network.
Okay.
It wasn't like one of these things where it's this huge thing and you come out and you leave probably not meeting anyone, or they say the mean girls have these let's empower one another and come together and kumbaya, but they leave and they're still mean girls at the end of the day. These mixers were really for women to come together and meet, and I still hear now, like, people are like, when are you gonna hold the next one? And I'm like, I'm waiting for COVID to let up a little bit, but it was a beautiful thing. A lot of people made connections and actual friendships from coming to those events.
What area do you particularly? Because I got a couple of clubs at my
Yeah.
lounges. I got in mind
Mhm.
for you.
Oh,
What location do you look for?
I mean, anywhere in Atlanta?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
It's a young
The
lady.
next one, yeah. Let's do it.
I
I'm
got a
always
perfect
looking
spot
for
for you.
venues.
I got a perfect spot for you.
Hey, ladies, it's coming. It's coming
Perfect spot.
back.
Gang.
I've been questioning when's the next
The
events are
summer's
gonna
open.
be. Hey,
Atlanta's open.
we about to open up, y'all. But yeah, so I love giving people the opportunity to have a platform to share what they do and how they can help other people, because people think like, I'm a corporate Black girl. I work in finance. You're an entrepreneur. I work in corporate, you're an entrepreneur, but
Put it
I can
together.
help you get your finances together.
Correct.
So just bringing people together and kind of breaking that stigma, and that
What stigma is that?
the one where Black women don't support each other.
Mm.
You know, you always hear,
That's a whole nother show.
and that's kind of like my bit for today, right?
Yeah,
Because
go
I
ahead.
didn't really say it, but it's like, you hear women say, I don't really get along with women, and that's why I don't, whatever and whatnot. They be hating. And it's like, nobody's really thinking about you like that at the end of the day. And sometimes people just don't vibe, right? Everyone's not going to like me. And I'm okay with that, as long as you respect me. But I say that to say, like, these events, like my first one was 25, the second one was close to 50 people who ended up showing up. And everyone supported one another, and they wanted to meet, they wanted to connect. And as much as I share other women's successes and what they have going on, other women do the same thing. I feel like you change your mindset, you change your environment. I've aligned with so many amazing women, whether they're really close to me or we just chat here and there, that like, if I need anything, I know I can reach out to them, and vice versa.
Now, you hit it on the point. I'm gonna hit you, Angelo, 1 second. I'm sorry.
I'm chilling.
You hit it on the point. I have so many women come on this platform, and the first time I ask them, are they going out with their homegirls, and they 99% say, I don't deal with no females.
Mm.
They too messy. They too this. They too that. They envy me. And you are absolutely right. Half the time, the people that say it, I'm thinking like, why the hell they want to be envy you anyway? Like, what the hell you got to?
Where does there to envy?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's all about the mindset though, because
Absolutely.
when I moved here, I love everything about Atlanta. Like everybody's networking, like you meeting so many different people. I held my first black car by a Black man in Atlanta.
I
You know
love
what I'm saying? Like I've met so many different people just based off networking. So I think it's all about the mindset.
It is.
Honestly.
I got a
It
black
is.
card. It's a cash app, but it's a black card.
Hey, however,
It's been the same.
It's black.
been
Black is
money
black,
on there.
money spends it. Halo.
Money spends
Hello.
the same.
But you
All
know
right.
what? When you said financial advisor, I think we need more of that, because I'm guilty. I'm 45.
Mhm.
And my first actual credit card, I think I was 38, 39, my first credit card
Yeah.
ever in life.
You were cash and carry,
I was,
all
Miami,
through and through.
originally born and raised in Miami, straight nothing but cash. I didn't want no card. I felt like people were tracking my life. I had that mindset where I might get them.
Oh, you was having the money under the
shoebox,
the
yeah.
And
bed.
get no interest,
No
no,
interest,
investing.
nothing. So and I think that we need to get back to that. Like I said,
Yeah.
teaching our young kids, get your stuff now.
Financial
Because
literacy.
Absolutely.
Now I'm feeling it. Now,
Absolutely.
I'm still doing good, but I could have been a lot better if I'd attacked that, back then.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that you're doing that.
Yeah, you can't just get the bag. You got to get the bag. You got to secure the bag, and then you got to multiply the bag, and you got to manage the bag.
The bag, y'all.
Okay?
The bag.
That
Because
credit,
I don't
man.
care how
Look.
much
Brittany bag Sade.
Okay.
Brittany bag
big
Sade.
bag,
Big
big
Brittany.
bag. Brittany busting out the.
And she said she was shy. I don't know what I don't know where is that, but
No, but that financial literacy part is like
Yeah, we need-
extremely
It
important.
is.
It really is.
And I feel like too many people like to talk about making money, which is important, but you gotta, like, as I consider myself the financial education enthusiast, like I said, I'm on all aspects of it. I don't care how much money you make. If you can't manage it, or you're spending more money than you make, you will eventually go broke.
okay, real quick before I forget.
hmm
Stimulus. What do you think the average person should be doing that stimulus check?
I have.
Man.
This is a long conversation. I don't even want to take it to my real thoughts, because we will be here all day. Because I feel like, as far as the stimulus is concerned in the first place, and the people who need it, and it's like, what should people be doing with their stimulus? First things first. I would love to say invest it, take a couple $100 and try to multiply it, get interest off of it. It doesn't take much to invest. You can start small, right? Or at least also save some, at least $500 of it. The average
Okay,
American
okay,
doesn't
I
even
got-
have
I'm-
$500.
Let me
saved.
bump you on
Okay,
that
I need an argument. Let's go.
because that's what I dislike about the black community. You just want people to save, save, save. What are we saving for? Like that's my parents. I always said, just save for a rainy day. Like, what do you? This $500 is gonna sit in the account. The whole point of the money is money needs to make money.
Yeah. However, you have to have liquid cash,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So the reason why I say save a portion of it is because if I have everything held in investment, depending on what I'm investing in,
All right.
if I need liquid cash, if my tire bursts, where am I getting the money?
Mhm.
So
No,
that's why I
but
say you
yes.
have to have something liquid saved.
But I think
Yeah.
Angelo's what he said. You still got your check coming every week.
Yeah.
So
But a
that's-
lot of these people who are receiving these stimulus due to COVID, and that's why I said to that point, that's what I would like to
Mhm.
see people do. But we got to be real.
Okay.
But let's
A-
also
a
keep
lot of
1,000.
people-
If they don't have a job, they not trying to put
They-
that in no.
they need
That's what
everything.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I would like to tell people to save and invest your money, put it somewhere that's going to make you more money.
Pay your credit cards off.
Like the sad thing about that is like other day 2 weeks ago, my son wanted some socks for camp.
Yeah.
Stimulus just came out. I went across the street, come to the mall. I was going to Dick's. Now Dick's store is on the outskirt of the mall.
Yeah.
I didn't have it was nowhere to park.
Yeah.
Nowhere to park.
I mean, the stimulus.
the
I don't
stimmy
want
hit.
to-
Everybody was outside.
I don't want to offend anybody. I didn't get a stimulus.
I didn't either.
So let's just
I
be
didn't get
clear.
a check.
The people who got a stimulus probably either really genuinely needed it, or they probably could do better
Go ahead.
I ain't
with
got my
managing
shit.
their
I'll
money
wait,
in the
I'll wait.
first place, right?
Yeah.
The issue is with the stimulus is the people that are receiving it, they hadn't been getting a lot of income anyway.
Mhm.
You give them this lump sum of money. What are people going to do? They're going to go treat themselves, whether they deserve to treat themselves or should
Because they
treat
didn't even work
themselves
hard
or
for the
not.
money, so now it's like, well, I got
Well,
free money,
Yeah,
so
but
let me go
some
ahead
people
and.
did and some people did.
Like mine should be on the way because I just ain't got it yet. I don't
Yeah.
know where
Yeah.
the hell it's at, but I
Yeah.
ain't got it yet.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, most of the people who are getting a stimulus, they haven't seen that amount of money in their account in a very long time.
Shut 'em
So
out.
They
what
like,
are you
oh, we
gonna
just got a
wanna
mini
do?
income tax.
Yeah, you're gonna want to like.
Yeah.
It takes that discipline and account when it comes to managing money and being responsible with money. You have to have that accountability. You have to have that discipline.
So Miss
But-
Brittany, are you the
Yeah.
kind of person that, not to put personal,
Yeah.
like me for instance, this funny. My first time having an online banking account, maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
I
Well,
was, I was,
you know.
I was going to the teller face to face,
Mhm.
but once I got the card, it made me realize I look at my monthly bill, like what I spend, and I say, damn it, I shouldn't have bought that. I shouldn't have did that. It made me realize where I was wasting because that fast food catch up.
Mhm,
Oh,
they do.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah.
little splurge and the $10, you think just $10.
You got food
on
at the
Amazon.
house.
Exactly. So
You got food at the
it made
house.
me realize every end of the month I look at my account and I say, damn, I wasted about $400 some dollars this month on some
Mhm.
BS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I had bread at the house,
Yeah.
That's me,
you know, ham
man.
and cheese, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
What depends on where you are. Because there's no such thing as a financial plan that fits everybody. There's no one size fits all.
okay.
So I say that to say, I mean, do you really have to eat bread, ham, and cheese? Or should you be allocating your income as far as percentages? First of all, your household expenses should be 50% or less of the income that you bring in. Let's start there. So in hindsight, people really should have enough money to, I tell people, live your wage.
Live your wage.
Live your wage.
So we
Act
say
your
don't-
wage. Live your wage.
So we say don't keep up with the Joneses, what we
you,
say.
you can't keep up with the Joneses because you're going to always be trying to keep up. Just
Yeah.
like I tell people trying to keep up with the Kardashians. And now everybody looks the same. Belly buttons look the same. Everybody's lips look the same. Bodies look the same.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
And I mean, I still love the Kardashians. I'm not at all
Okay.
bashing
Right.
anybody. But I say that to say you got to stay in your own lane. You can't try to keep up with anybody.
I'm curious, but I'm sorry to throw this out there. My bad.
Please do.
I got to throw it out there.
You can.
Typical guy. I'm just
Uh-huh.
getting a heads up. Because I see how you talking.
Uh-huh.
What do he have to bring to the table?
Ooh, baby.
What chance do he have? I'm sorry. I had to put it out there. What chance
Why?
do he
Okay,
have?
can I ask you
Angelo
why?
laughing.
Can
so-
I ask you why do you ask me that?
Because I hear you talking about the financial, how you seem very what you want.
Mhm.
I don't, in all due respect, I don't see you dealing with anyone. And
Amen.
for the
Amen.
conversation we had, we with the flyers and the
Yeah.
small stuff.
I
I
just
can-
like for stuff
I
to be
can see
right.
this guy. He gonna have to have his shit together from A to Z.
Absolutely.
Zero tolerance. So
No
my question
tolerance.
again
Okay.
is, what type of guy
Mm-hmm.
is gonna get Miss Brittany Sade attention?
Well, okay. Well, we'll say in short, he's got to be God-fearing.
Okay,
He's got to be happy
but
for
he
himself.
but he can cuss though.
He can curse,
All right, go
yeah.
ahead.
He can be a cursing
I mess
Christian.
with- I mess with
Christian.
He's got to be happy for himself,
you. Okay.
right? You can't look for me to make you happy. I can only compliment you. I can't complete you.
Wow.
Oh.
I'll say that again. I like that.
Yeah, I can only compliment you. I can't
Can't
complete
complete
you.
you. I like
Don't
that.
come to me looking for your happiness. I'm gonna let you down every time.
Come
on, TD
Anybody's
Jakes.
gonna let you down
Mm.
anytime.
Offering. What my offering money?
Yeah.
Right, it's
Okay.
TD Jakes right there.
You also it
10%.
also has to be somebody who's ambitious, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm grinding. I would consider myself quite stable.
Okay.
But I'm still wanting more. So it's definitely got to be someone who
A
is
hustler.
ambitious, right? I don't like potential. You're not going to hear me say potential. I can't do anything with potential.
Mm.
I'm gonna need to see it.
Okay. What if he's in a transition? Like he had it
Right?
and something came up. Let's say COVID.
Yeah.
Shut his
COVID
business
came
down.
up, shut his business down.
Now he meets you.
Yeah.
Good conversation. Attractive dude.
Yeah.
But he's in between. So
Mm.
how much tolerance will you have for that?
We'll probably converse. And then when things pick back up,
Call you back.
holler at me.
We'll take off.
Because here's the thing, right? Listen.
So fuck that you had COVID about to
Yo,
die and you
I'm
lost
screaming.
everything. When you
How
get your
come-
shit back together, call me back.
Bust that
Because
you.
listen, I'm not gonna come to you. You're not gonna have to take care of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't put me in a position to have to take care of you up front.
Mhm.
And pay
Now,
that
things
bill. Pay
happen.
that dinner bill.
If we're dating and things go on, we're dating with intention, and now we're in a serious relationship, and you hit a hard time, you best believe I can bring you out of it.
Okay.
But coming into a situation where you're not stable, like at least be able to take care of yourself.
Mhm.
Okay.
At least be able to take care of yourself. And yeah, I have no tolerance. Like, don't disrespect me. Don't do anything to me that you wouldn't want me to do to you. And I like balance though. I like to have like somebody who's funny. Really, God, I'm explaining a male version of myself. And I have asked God, I'm like, God, if you could just bring me a male version
Of
of
myself.
myself, but a little bit more decisive. Sometimes I can be a little bit indecisive. Like, I would prefer to have somebody to be like, all right, you can't decide where you want to eat, so we going to get steak
So would you
tonight.
listen? Something about me. Don't throw that at me.
No, I'm not.
Something about this situation I'm looking at. Are you gonna listen to me? If I was your guy,
Let
are
me
you gonna
tell you.
listen to me?
Let me tell you something. Most women will naturally, I just tweeted this. Most women will naturally submit to a man that she trusts to lead
You did tweet that.
because he's proven himself
One
to be a
time for
leader.
G-spot out there.
I cannot wait to have somebody that I trust to lead, that I can let him like, okay, baby, whatever, whatnot. But if a situation comes in where he's handling business, he needs me to step up, I can also back him up.
That's what's up.
So that's where I say, of course, I will listen. As long as it makes sense, I'm going to listen. Now, it's got to make sense.
Gotta make sense.
We might got to Google it. We might got to make sure it
YouTube
checks out.
Got a YouTube.
Or YouTube it, whatever the case may be. But I'm definitely willing to listen.
I'ma come back. I'ma
Y'all
come back.
cutting,
I like
y'all
this.
cutting up,
I
man.
gotta come back there real quick. I got some. I gotta ask
It's
you.
the YouTube for me.
Real quick, Angelo, man, tell everybody about your business, man, real quick, and what you got going with it.
Oh man, Brittany, where do I start?
Let's talk about the
Honey.
clothing line.
Yes, let's start with the clothes.
The clothing line, I started that for my nonprofit for young black men in the Atlanta area. I didn't want it to be like your normal charity clothes. When you buy something from a charity, it's like, oh, I can tear that's charity. I want it to be like cool to wear it outside. So the percentages of a portion of percentage of the brand, it goes like to my nonprofit, which teaches like financial literacy, mental health, public speaking, men's grooming, learning how to tie a tie, all that stuff. So what I was doing also about the platform, what Brittany does, I was doing what is it called? Pop-up shops, right? So I had like 15 different vendors, and I just giving folks a platform because a lot of people don't have a platform like I do, where they can just like sell their product, and a lot of people can be reached by it. So I just wanted to like create that. What else? I mean, I get
And I attended those pop-up
yes,
shops and
like,
they were amazing.
and
Like,
it's full circle. Man, God is amazing. Do you
Let
hear
me tell you,
me?
let me
Like,
tell you how amazing he is. I got so many off air. We getting ready to do some work.
yeah,
I love it.
I got so much stuff I want to put at y'all. We're gonna do some work. I promise you.
I
I'm
love
here
it.
for it.
Me too.
Mm.
You
I
already
got some
know.
ideas in my head that's already set. It just God working mysterious ways.
He
It was
does.
having the missing puzzle to put in there.
Yes.
Hello.
You know, I'm done DJing.
Well, you
I
know,
don't
the
DJ no more,
blueprint
though,
and,
The-
you
you
know,
know,
I'm
literally,
the professional
like,
plug, you know, the
I-
missing pieces.
I've never considered myself I never liked working for anybody. I was like a true rebel. Not because I'm like, I'm gonna go against the grain, but I hate somebody telling me what to do, what not to do. And you're capping my money. You're capping where I should be at. I'm not the same person that I was last year. I'm not the same person I was I'm not from yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes.
you're gonna give me $1
minutes ago.
raise and I've been working for you for a whole year.
Yeah. Talk about it.
But so throughout this journey, I've just been trying to figure out like who I am, what do I want to do. But I have through all these different businesses that I've had, I've realized that I love just like helping people, like
Yes.
talking, encouraging people, like giving people the platform, all that type of stuff. I mean, I had a skin business that I threw to the side because I just did not like doing it anymore. You
What
know
made
what
you-
I'm
You're
saying?
gonna have to get back into
Yeah,
it.
what
though,
made
'cause
you
I
start-
need this facial.
what made you start a skin business?
I think that was just God way for me to get out of Harold's, man. To be honest, I mean, no shade, you know, I'm not being shady, but it's just
No, you saying more. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah. I just feel like because now I'm not even interested. But what made me start it is funny story. I came here to Atlanta. I was doing like boot camp stuff. Like I was working out. I was a fitness trainer, and my cousin, she was like, "Yo, come get this wax with me." So I'm like, "Okay, I'm getting my legs waxed. I'll just go do something with you." So this the lady called me back. She was like, "I see that you're a guy, so we don't do men waxing." I'm like, "Okay, fuck, whatever." Cool. Months later, I'm driving down the E-way and I see a spa, and I'm like, "Damn, I can do that." I'm like, I can open my own spa." I called my mentor at that time. I was like, "Yo, like I'm having this idea." She's like, "Oh, maybe you should try it." Boom, I called the school. From that day, I signed up the next day. I went to school for a whole year. I opened my own shop. I had lots of clientele. It was thriving. But when that pandemic hit, I was just like, it made me realize, like, I never want to be in a position where I can't work. I can't make money if I'm not working.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that opened me to a whole different field. It opened me to like, I want to do real estate now. Like, yeah, I'm my own boss,
Come
but
on, residual passive income.
literally, like, you know,
Oh,
so
shit, trip, boy. Love it. I
my
love it.
dog.
You're getting into what?
Real
Yes.
estate.
I know he better
Let's
have his
go.
shit. All I know, he better have his shit together.
No, for real. No, seriously though, because you gotta want what you are. Like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna sit up here and like I'm creating this brand, this monster, I'm feeding my mind, this all this knowledge, and I want a bum. I got a
know
bum
what?
on the side of me.
You know
Yeah.
what? But with hearing Brittany talk, hearing you talk as well, it remind me of this lady. You probably know her name. She's a singer, a rapper, something that came out 3 weeks ago. She made a comment on Instagram that she said a lot of these women want a man to bring all this to them, but they don't have nothing to
Ain't
offer
got
to
nothing
them.
to offer.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what do you think as, and we're not gonna put a race card out there, just
Right.
life itself.
Right.
What do you think we stand at as far as that go? Because so many people want people to just give them everything that they work for.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I will start with I can't relate because I can reciprocate everything that I require. However, what I have heard about or seen is that is a thing, right? We want things handed to us, or we want somebody that's XYZ. Like, I mean, even to my point earlier, I was like, dang, I want a male version of myself. Like, I'm going to be the best version of myself because I know that consequently that's going to allow me to align with and attract the type of person that I want. Like Angelo said, you have
Yeah.
to be what you want to attract.
Yeah.
And so I feel like more people need to do that. However, if we're going to get into that conversation about people, you know, women want this and want that, we also have to start talking about that confidence and that security of these men who may have tangible items, but on the inside, they don't really have the confidence and the security to also date a big stepper.
But they
So-
use those tangible items to attract a big stepper.
They don't even attract big steppers. They attract
Well, they
women
use that to
who,
reel them in.
yeah, but do you think that they're reeling in big steppers, or do you think they're reeling in attractive women?
I think, I'm glad, man. This gonna be good. I think that I call it leverage. I'm a leverage guy.
Yeah.
When we talk, we have different multiple platforms, you know, shows, and a lot is brought up,
Mm-hmm.
and I use the word leverage. A lot of guys got the gift of gab.
Absolutely.
So just because a female got all
Say that
that
one more time.
gift of gab,
Yes.
so a lot of women may have the fancy car, the nice clothes, the gorgeous stuff. You know what I'm saying? Going on with it, but inside, he can still get to that soul and take everything from her just for her mind.
Mhm.
So I think more women, more guys need to be more focused on mentally being
Come on, man. Say
Yeah.
that.
focused versus
But what would
materialistic.
help that? Maybe therapy.
Oh Lord, there we go.
But if you can't afford therapy,
Yeah.
journaling.
Well, see,
Yes.
again, everybody therapy, all due respect, is different. Like I'm a DJ,
Yeah.
I'm an R&B fanatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a
I
Brian
like a little
McKnight,
music.
I'm a Kim, I'm a Jodeci New Edition.
Okay.
That's my therapy. You know what I'm saying? I listen to music, R&B is my therapy.
Yes.
So again, not to take nothing away from therapists. I know they have an occupation, I know they can be
Yeah.
well.
But I said therapy.
Exactly.
So whatever therapy means
Cool.
to you.
So that's me. I'm a R&B cat.
So how's R&B therapy to
First
you?
of all, it's talking about something they either love
Mhm.
or they speaking on something that's going good for them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You never hear no ratchet R&B.
Yeah.
Not on anyway.
Okay.
It's smooth.
Okay.
Then it settles me down. Well, I'm listening word for word or I'm singing along. So it
Mm.
gets me to a place where I'm actually
So it's almost
calm.
like meditating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, but not in a closed room with candles and
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You can
and
meditate
that's
while
funny. Yeah, you can meditate. I meditate in the shower.
Yeah, we both do.
Yeah.
That's
My
literally-
greatest ideas
Yeah.
and my meditation really happens when I'm in the shower.
And I can see again what y'all doing. I don't want to spill the beans. We'll talk about it off air.
Yeah.
But I got so many. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm
Okay.
here for it, man.
It's
I'm
gonna
here
be
for
awesome.
it.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm here for it.
So I'm gonna be funny again with you. A second date. So the dude, what does he have to do to get the second date?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we.
What
were
does he
gonna
have
ask
to do?
Angelo already.
I'm gonna ask Angelo too.
Yeah.
So what do we have to do for the dude to get a second date?
Okay, I'm gonna just let you know. The first interaction or first date has to be magic.
Mm.
Like I'm not about wasting my time or anybody else's time. So if I feel like this ain't really tickling, it's not really tickling my fancy, then I'm gonna just, I'm busy now. I'm sorry.
What's the turn off? I'm sorry.
a turn off?
In the first date, what's the turn off?
Oh God.
Well, that's a good one. I'm
That
ready to hear
is
this.
a good one. What is a turn off?
You gonna answer the same thing, Angelo?
Okay, so you know what's a turn off period is like I'm gonna say this. I feel like more men should be willing to take care of themselves.
Mm.
I feel like men getting manicures, you don't necessarily have to get the clear polish on your nails afterwards.
Say that for the people in the back.
But taking care of yourself, men
man,
can get facials,
Yeah.
facials, whatever you want to call them. Clip your nails. There
Hygiene.
shouldn't be dirt underneath your nails. If you don't expect me to have dirt in between my nails, if you don't expect me to have corn on my toes, why do you think I want you handing me something and with your hands looking like that? So that is a turn off.
What if you're a mechanic?
He can be a mechanic, but mechanics they have those things. You can get it out of Kroger.
Okay,
That gets the dirt out of your nails, right?
I got you.
And so that's kind of a turn off. And two, not being able to have conversation. I'm pretty
That's number one.
intellectual and I can talk about different things. So someone who really can't continue conversation or keep up with conversation, narrow-mindedness, if you will definitely turn me off.
Okay, Angelo, how about you? What stopped that second date?
Yo, you're funny.
Am I?
What stopped that second date, man?
Dang, what? I mean,
What's gonna stop the second date?
What's gonna
Like,
stop the second date?
to stop the second date would be, I don't even know, because sometimes we don't even get to the second date. I would say,
I mean, what's gonna kill it? Like, what's the key?
conversation?
Okay.
Conversation is the number one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I hold my friends to the same standard. Like, we're friends because we can like learn from each other intellectually.
Mhm.
Like, what are we learning from each other? We're not sitting around playing patty cake and gossiping.
Yeah.
Like, so I hold my same standard to my partner. So
Okay, now growing up, childhood, anything? What you took most of growing out of your childhood to this day? What moments in your childhood have you lived with to this day that you'll never forget? That made you who you are.
that's good.
That is good. I think I would just say for me, it's really my family how family oriented everyone in my family is.
Okay.
Like that
Yeah.
love, that unconditional love for me. I know no matter what happens, I have the unconditional love from my at least my core family. And that's what is really important to me, is it's taught me relationships and how to spot when people are just trying to have access or learn from you.
Game
And
recognized
when
game.
yeah, exactly, game recognized game. And that is what my parents taught me too. And two, just gosh, just having that confidence and
What did you,
hearing.
when did you start getting so much? Because you're a very confident woman. So when
You
when
think so?
I can share, everybody watching know that. What what when did that start? At what age did that confidence start?
I had to at least exude confidence from a pretty young age because I played softball. I was in a lot of honors classes. And for me, I was the black girl who was surrounded by white people. And for me, it was either I was like I wasn't black enough for the black kids, but I was just enough
Wow.
for the white kids. And so I was always in position where I didn't necessarily have that support right from this side, but I had to make sure that I let this side know, like, forget the color of my skin, but the type of person I am, my abilities, whether it be athletic or my expertise, my skill set, my mindset, I have what it takes to sit here with you. And I'm going to seize the opportunity to let you know that I have what it takes.
What's that poem by Langston Hughes? I too sit in the kitchen.
Right.
Mhm.
And so I did have to, I did have to at least, I faked it until I made it. I always had to at least exude that confidence because my parents did tell me, like, when you're in certain situations, you don't show fear. And why should you? If you know your stuff, if you know who you are, you shouldn't be fearful. Forget what they say. You validate yourself. And so I've always been confident in who I am and what I had to offer. Now, my looks and stuff like that, I had to grow into that. And that's what I talk a lot about as far as loving yourself through the process of reaching your highest potential, whether it be your body or whatnot. But yeah, I've kind of, and I have to thank my parents for that.
That's what's up, Angelo.
Shout out to the parents.
Angelo,
Okay.
so what have you took from your childhood that made you who you are today, man?
I ain't trying to be corny, but I got to bite what Brittany said.
Yeah.
The foundation that my parents, I mean, me and my dad didn't have the strongest relationship, but my mom and my dad did teach us a lot about, sticking together. It's all we got. And then when you grow up and you see all these other individuals, that's why they're so broken, because they don't have a solid foundation from their family. My mom taught me about respect and morals, and my dad taught me about sticking up for yourself. All the stuff that people out here in this world don't even have the knowledge of.
Yeah.
So yeah, now you meeting broken people.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, like I'm thinking that, I'm this lame, and all these people ain't even got a solid mom, a solid dad, your mom on crack. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all
Yeah.
this type of stuff. So I'm super grateful for that. That's one thing. Everything else I had to learn on my own. But as far as like foundation and family, I get that from my people.
So another question: pros and cons. What's the pros about Miss Brittany? What's the cons? Like what would you have to work on for yourself if you had to work on anything?
Working on for myself is for me would be allowing myself more grace. Because I am I know it sounds cliche, but I don't allow myself much grace. Like, you can tell it's like, okay, this isn't right. Okay, we got to get this. Okay, is there any way? Like,
When you sum me that,
I'm kind of like that with myself in every aspect.
Yeah.
But when it comes to other people, I'm telling them, like, that's you, like, that's great. So allowing myself that grace and essentially like seeing myself how everybody else sees me, if you will. But two, I mean, as far as like, I know that I have to work on things like, I can be a little, but you know what though?
No, I need
I
to hear
feel
it.
like the things,
stop. I
the
need to hear it.
things that I could work on, I feel like those are the things that people love to hate about me. The fact that I'm quick to nip stuff in the bud, the fact that I will address things, you know what I'm saying? You could say I have an attitude, but I feel like
You're just making them uncomfortable. That's why.
I make people uncomfortable with my directness. And so the things that I thought were like really bad about me, they're really not. I'm just assertive. I'm not mad. I just have a question. Can you answer it or no? Let's address the situation, or and move on from it or not. But
We had a conversation about that the
Yeah.
other day. I was just like, the right people will love you. They're not going to take offense to what you are saying.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been working on that though. But I would say the only thing would probably be my moodiness and my attitude sometimes. Because
What you think? I mean, to be a beautiful woman, this is what I understand. No disrespect. I swear to God,
Yeah.
no disrespect.
I don't take things personal.
Because
I seek to understand, not to be understood.
It ain't just you.
Uh-huh.
But us fellas, we talk about it all the time.
dead.
We talk about it again. I'm apologize ahead of time. We talk about it all
What
the time.
we talking about? What we talking about?
We talk about how you can how you can know so many pretty, beautiful women,
Mm-hmm.
got the nice car, got nice income, got nice occupation, but they mad at the world.
Damn.
It's like, why are they so angry? Like, they have everything going for themselves, but they just moody or don't want to speak or don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Why is that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
We always, I mean, of course, when I ain't got here now, barbershop talk,
Yeah.
you know, we always say, you know, it's always them, it's a myth from guys. It's always them beautiful women that's going to come with.
I met him at the bar, so I know exactly what you're talking
It's
about.
like,
They
Yeah.
nose
Damn,
and
lady,
stuff up.
damn, why,
Yeah.
lady? What? You wake up with your fist balled up. Like,
Yeah.
you got everything going for yourself.
Yeah. So I think it's two things. There are a lot of women who are independent. So I'll start by saying I'm not mad at the world at all.
Oh, we know that.
I'm not mad at the world at all.
Smile too much to be that.
But I will say that you have to really understand, and it's not necessarily an excuse, because I always say just because I understand it doesn't mean I have to accept it. However, a lot of women are in survival mode,
Ooh.
right? And so it would take understanding that, and whether or not you can see within that shell or that survival face that they have out here, is that's really what it is. They're tired. And now that could either be self-inflicted, because it's like, okay, if you keep running into the same situations, whether it be the same job situation or the same friendships or the same relationships, you do have to sit down and think. There's always a lesson.
Yeah.
I take L's, but I'm not a loser. I get lessons. I don't lose. So I say that to say, at a certain point, and I had to do this for myself, and that's why, like, when I say now, if you had asked me this like 4 or 5 months ago, I probably would have had more to say on what I have to work on. But because I really do try to do my best to take accountability and see, it's like, I say that to say, well, what is it, or why is it that you continue to align with this? Or what is that mirror that you keep attracting, right? The people that we attract are mirrors in some aspect, whether it's good or bad.
Which is why
right?
self-work, like, stop trying to go out here and find somebody and do the self-work.
When you find yourself, you're
Yeah.
going to align with the right person.
Yeah, I made a comment on Facebook. I said, you know, 99% of the problem be the man in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, people don't, you want to, and I don't mean to talk about, I talk about other races, but I made a comment about the Asians. I got pissed off when somebody made a comment about glorifying these people got killed.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept saying the Asians don't do nothing for the black. Well, that myth. I said, look, what have you done? What, as a black man, a black woman, what have you done for your community? Stop
Yeah.
talking about what you
Come on
think.
now, what are you doing?
Okay. What are you doing?
What are you doing? You talking about these other folks ain't doing, what you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, with your own personal self, what are you doing to make yourself better? Like me, I got a temper problem. Everybody know me know that.
Yeah.
So I learn how to take heed, talk to myself a little bit, and then address it.
Yeah.
I'm one of the guys who used to be like this.
Yeah.
That's growth, man. That's dope.
Yeah, you know, hell, I'm too old for that.
Yeah,
Hell, I'm 45.
Yeah.
Shit, I ain't got the win for that
You
shit.
ain't got time.
I ain't got time. Shit, I got a good 15 seconds. I'm
But
good.
no, a lot
But
of people out here that be walking around mad. A lot of times it's an internal thing.
Mhm.
So they're only projecting onto you what they feel on the inside.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
So what would you tell the average young lady? Like, I'm not a Cardi B fan at all.
Uh-huh.
I just don't.
Well, I am.
I know. I didn't know that, but I'm assuming. But I just
it's
don't.
Nicki M all day.
Oh.
I like both of them.
Well, I'm not. With my point, what would you tell a young lady in high school right now what she need to do with her life? How would you instruct her to be a better, classy, still sexy lady?
Mhm.
That's my thing with Cardi B. I just feel like these young ladies are watching her every move.
Mhm.
And that's why you see all the, because no disrespect to you, when I found a picture of you,
Mhm.
I didn't find one picture that was not, I couldn't show
Come on, Brandon.
you, I couldn't show a niece or show a young lady in high school.
Okay.
Everything was,
Brandy.
I like it.
everything was classy, everything was, and you still was beautiful with it.
Yeah.
Top
So
notch
I
shit.
think that
Mhm.
these women are falling, and it's like, that's why these women are getting stuck with the dudes they get stuck with, because you
Mhm.
attracting that, because
Yeah,
you feel like what
you're-
she's doing is how a woman should be.
When she's just simply an entertainer.
like when
as
Michelle
well.
Obama wore that trench coat.
That
That
was
was it for me,
everything.
bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like, it's one of those things. So I would say the first things first, Megan said it best, Megan the Stallion. She said, what would Beyonce do? And then make it ratchet. That's kind of like what I would say, because I feel like Beyonce, even with how she still exudes sexy, but you still see her as classy. I feel like what I would tell young women is to be yourself. Don't feel like you have to do anything other than be yourself. Cardi B is successful because she is absolutely herself. I've seen Cardi dress really classy. I've also seen her be sexy, and she's also an entertainer. And so we have to stop forcing these entertainers to be influencers. Cardi B never said she wanted to influence anybody.
Yeah.
Right? She makes music for, shoot, I like to twerk. Like, she makes music for grown
You twerk?
women. I hit a little corporate twerk every now and
Oh, yeah?
again.
A little one, too.
A little one too.
Oh, boom, all right.
But I say that Cardi B is an entertainer, so I can't say that anything that she's doing is wrong, because even what somebody had showed the video where she was playing WAP and she was bouncing to it on live, and then her daughter walked in and she immediately was like, oh, let me turn this off.
Mm-hmm.
And so that goes to show, like, that's not necessarily saying that this is that anybody in high school or lower should be listening to it. She makes music for grown women. She's a grown woman.
Okay.
But what I would tell young women is to be yourself. Don't allow society to tell you who you should be, and to really get to know. One thing that I wish I had done sooner was really stay in my lane and follow my own journey, not worried about what anybody else is doing.
Okay, do me a favor. My
Uh-huh.
homeboy texted me because this you the perfect person for this question.
Uh-huh.
We done had this question asked 20 times,
Okay.
all different ages.
Okay.
Define the word boss bitch.
Well, and a real boss bitch is, like I said beforehand,
It's okay.
is a triple threat.
Okay.
Somebody who has her overall well-being intact, her mental, her physical, right? We're constantly evolving and healing.
Yeah.
But you guys know what I mean, like somebody who is on their game mentally and physically, health-wise. Someone who is handling their business, right? And getting business and getting to the money. And someone who's walking in her own right, the world is her runway. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say. I always say a triple threat is a real boss bitch. She got good credit.
So go ahead.
Her
baby. I'm
business
listening.
is handled. She's looking good. She's feeling good. She's exuding that confidence. But yeah, she's all around
She
boss
said the only thing
bitch.
she said different was good. She said mental. Nobody else said mental.
See, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what
Nobody
else did somebody
said
tell
mental.
you?
Yeah,
'Cause
all they see, of course, I got the 22-year-olds.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got the bag. I don't need a nigga for nothing.
they'll learn when they get a little older.
I got,
Well, I would say the same thing. So let me say the only difference between how I would say it and how they would probably say it is I say I need to want you. I don't want to need you. So do I need a man? I can pay for whatever I need to get done, and I'm taking care of myself very well
Now,
right
a
now.
lot of women don't like that statement right there. Or they say on this platform, they can't stand this hell woman say they don't need a man.
I need to want my man, right? Because it depends on your definition of need. We all were created for
We talking about like
companionship.
companionship, him
Right.
fixing stuff,
Love,
getting groceries,
But the groceries,
car,
the oil,
time.
stuff like that. I mean, I pull up, I'm gonna get even if I had a man, would I be like, hey, I need my oil changed? Can you change my oil? Like, nah, he would probably take my car to go get the oil changed. Like,
yeah.
I don't need to have a man who knows how to change oil in a car, even though, my dad.
So you gonna stick? So you sticking with the comment? You don't need a man.
I don't need a
Okay.
man.
Okay.
I want.
Need is like a necessity.
Yeah.
So it's like, in order for you to thrive in life, you need this.
So you can go. But
It depends on
If
the
he
definition.
come-
Are we going by Webster's definition? Because I'm very literal.
I know.
So
you had me damn space to Sade. I'm like this.
so are we going by Webster's definition of need, or like I
We
said,
going on Brittany definition
we
of
all desire. I desire,
okay.
right?
That's a good word.
Companionship. I desire a man.
Okay.
But am I needing of somebody? Because that need is what will have you willing to settle.
Settle. Yo, that was deep.
You see what I'm saying? I want a man. I want a family. I want a husband. Like, I want all of that. I desire that.
But you're not gonna settle.
My
for it.
parents have been married for almost 38, 39 years now. Like, I
Congratulations.
grew up seeing love, and I know what that looks like.
Mm.
And so of course I want that. But
You're
I'm
gonna
not
settle.
I'm not going to settle for it.
And I respect that for that. I
Yeah.
respect
So
that
that's
answer.
why
Yeah.
I say I don't need it, because that need kind of sort of gets that mindset on a like, let me get a man. Because people talk, you getting older, aren't you? Or this or that. It's like, God's going to give me the desires of my heart when the time is right.
What about you,
Time is
Angelo?
right. I was trying to wait. I forgot the question. I was gonna chime in on something that she said
My
earlier.
bad.
She
Like-
said something about she said the boss me about mentally. You was talking about
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I aspire for these young ladies out here to be. I'm not being like crazy or anything, but I like the city girls, right? Because like I feel like they teaching these young girls confidence, and it's also like going to like being a boss bitch, right? I feel like there's nothing wrong with saying you want this, right? Like I tell my sisters this all the time, all my sisters, like my cousins, everything. Like if you are this boss bitch, there's nothing wrong with saying I want a Birkin bag. There's nothing wrong with saying I want $5,000. I want a trip to Dubai. Like stop like settling because that's all that's in your I don't know in your area right now.
Right.
So definitely, like the city girls is somebody who I definitely throw on to like all these young girls out here because I feel like they teaching these girls confidence. Like believe in yourself. You fine. You look good. You
Yeah.
dress good. You smell good. Like I feel like it's a younger version of being a boss bitch to me.
But I love this show so far. We got like 5 minutes. I love this show because people can see who you are. See, when I bring people on the platform, I don't just talk about their particular business.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want people to see who you are because your business you talking about every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
For
sell it,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? So y'all some realists.
Yeah.
And Miss Brittany, I don't know where that shy comment came from when you said you were shy. I don't know where it's at because you're a very confident lady.
She probably a little more confident now because I'm beside her.
Yeah, she
You know,
said-
we
she
kind of
said
pull
that.
it out of each other.
She said
Yeah.
that. She said that.
Yeah.
She said
Yeah.
that.
I said, let me bring my,
Yeah.
let me bring my boy.
We
So
close out
one
each
more
other.
last question, man. The world we live in right now, man. What do you think we got to do to make this a better place for us? Like, what do you think? What's missing the most?
Mental health.
Yeah. Mental health. Everything
So you
is
really
with
stuck on that? Man. You
I
stuck on it?
am, man,
Wow.
for real.
you change your mindset, you will change your life and your
Yes.
environment. And I feel like education, and not necessarily college education. And I'll try to make this really quick, but a part of why financial education was so important to me is because being a trust advisor and working with people who have large wealth bands of, multi-millions to millions.
Explain to me trust advisors for everybody watching.
Okay, so it's trust and wealth management. So, you ever heard of like a trust fund baby?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm the trust officer. So I
Okay.
handle and administrate those types of accounts. But I also have like insurance, life
So
insurance.
do you
trusts
privately? I'm
and-
trying to put a plug in. Do you do it
Uh-huh.
privately?
I do not.
Okay, so it's through a company.
It's through my corporation, but if you're looking for trust or looking to get into trust, feel free to reach out to me and ask me questions, because if nothing else, I can direct you
Okay.
to someone
on,
who can
boss
help
bitch.
you, because you can have a you could have a trust right now as long as you have an attorney to draft it. So what I try to educate people on as far as asset protection, because that's what a trust is. You don't have to have an immense amount of wealth to have one. So what I found in being a trust advisor is that there are a lot of people, especially in our community, in the Black and minority community, that don't understand the basic fundamentals. And so that's why it became more and more important to me. But then you talk to people and it's like, a lot of that information is not necessarily accessible to us. Like you go into a bank's not going to tell you, hey, you asked me for a home equity loan, but why not get a equity line of credit instead of getting the loan and having to pay it back? Why not just pay back what you use? They're more than likely not going to tell you that. However, the information's out there. So what I like to teach people is to don't be scared to learn and to research and just to educate yourself, not necessarily in a school environment, but even knowing trades, like have some type of skill set or know something. And two,
YouTube is your
lost
best
my
friend.
thought. Yeah, YouTube's your best friend. Google's your best friend.
You gotta
YouTube
tell
is your
people, man.
best friend. For real, for real.
Absolutely. So that's
So real quick, tell everybody if you want to, your IG, all that kind of stuff, they can reach out to you. I don't know if you want to do all that.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So my IG and Twitter is Brittany Sade, and that's BRI. Oh, it's actually right there.
Yeah.
If you're looking, so
That's
I'm
'cause
not
I
gonna,
didn't- I
I'm not
didn't
gonna
spell it.
insult anybody's intelligence and spell it, but yes, Brittany Sade on all platforms.
Cool.
And that's on all platforms.
On
And
all platforms.
Angelo, real quick, man, tell everybody how to reach you. And let's real quick. I want to talk about health real quick with you.
Yeah.
What do you think we're going wrong as a black man with our health? Like, what are we missing? Because we got so many. I think the rate for diabetes is we probably number one.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
Um,
obesity.
I would say, I feel like your body is your temple, right? So I don't see a lot of folks in my community like working out. You know, I feel like health, like literally, I've never seen, to be honest, I've never seen my dad work out a day in my life. I've never seen none of my brothers work out. Sorry, y'all. But I just feel like that is, yeah. But I just feel like once you get your body right, then your mind is connected to your body, then you start feeling good, you start looking at, I mean, it's just all one thing, man. So I just encourage everybody to just start getting physical with your body, physical with your mind, reading,
Yes.
self-development, like, you know, watching YouTube. If you don't like to read, go on YouTube and watch some motivation clips. Will Smith, Les Brown, Oprah, Maya Angelou, Super Soul
Everybody
Sunday.
but old boy, whoever that was, dude just got caught up in this stuff. What's his name?
Who?
They got us giving advice to.
Oh, we're not about to talk
Yeah.
about Derek Jackson.
Oh, no, that's funny.
What you like? You
Dude.
pissed off?
We don't even have enough time.
No, we good. It's on y'all. I ain't got nowhere to go.
Oh, okay, well, if y'all still watching,
We got 15 more minutes.
so,
So,
okay, bet.
let's talk about Derek Jackson
So
now.
I'm just going to say that I am not surprised, and that's all I'm going to say.
I said the same
She
thing.
said, I am.
about
She
that
said, I have the
Because
shirt,
usually the source is the resource.
I'm like, and people are in exactly right. They say the best way to catch a criminal is
Let 'em talk.
to hire a criminal
Yep.
to catch him.
So I know you're not surprised. He
Then
was-
you saw the woman was like, yeah. So every time he would record his videos, he was in front of my house, not his house.
Oh wow.
It's just so weird,
You know
man.
what I'm
It's the
saying?
whole thing was weird to me.
I didn't know that part.
But you know what? That's my vent. We gonna come back to my vent.
Go ahead.
Y'all, when y'all get caught up in these situations, let me look at the camera. When y'all start getting caught up in these situations, can y'all please stop blaming it on the enemy and bringing God into it?
She said,
Because
what she say?
you
No,
knew
what was
you
she-
knew God when you were doing what you were doing. Stop bringing God and the enemy
Right,
in it.
bringing
It was
religion
not
in
it
here.
was not the devil. It
So
was
he
not
said
the
it was the devil that did
enemy.
it?
It
No,
was
she
you.
said, no, did she say something about
God held him accountable, and I held him accountable as well. You did not hold him accountable.
So what made him even start doing this stuff? Like who was he to give all these bash all these men anyway? Like who was he?
I don't know.
You know,
He had a platform. He just
He-
used it.
listen, he had a platform and he used it. And the thing
And
about it
people
is
listened.
because
So damn nobody.
the same way
Right, for real.
the women think like a man, for whatever reason, women like to hear from men about how to be a woman and how to be a man. And I just feel like there needs to be more men teaching men how to be men
Say that one
and
more
more women
time.
teaching women how to be women. Because at the end of the day, I can't necessarily teach you how to be a man. The only thing I can tell you is what I would like from you as a woman.
Yeah.
So you know that makes sense because what you don't see too many women shows talking about women how to find your man cheating. There's always a dude
Yeah.
who's instructing a woman how to find. You know what I'm saying? Like women
Yeah.
don't know, vice versa.
Yeah.
And we know. We know. We have an intuition.
I mean, everybody has intuition. You just don't want to believe it.
know. You don't want
It's
to
like,
believe
God,
it.
send me a sign. Send me a sign.
Yeah.
Then he send you a sign. Okay, God, send me one more sign. Just to
God,
make sure.
are you sure, God?
sure?
Are you sure?
You sure that's that
No,
sign?
you gotta need a
Yeah.
co-signer.
Right.
Right.
Co-signer.
Okay, God, you sent me that one, but are you
I'm not
sure?
sure.
Like, no, we know. That's why every time you have a conversation, you be like, dang, I should have known when that every
Yeah,
time
every
you leave a
single
situation,
time.
whether it's a friendship, whatever it is, as people, we all have that intuition and discernment. And that's why I pray for that it continues to be heightened and more, because that's so important. Because I need to feel it so much where I can't ignore it.
Yes.
Because people, them red flags be looking like Six Flags when they
do.
think somebody's cute and attractive, and they're like, okay, well, you know,
They
that's
ain't mean
not
it like
so
that.
bad.
They didn't mean it
Yeah.
like that.
And then you get into it, you get comfortable with them, and then you realize now you're in a miserable situation.
Now your hair
And-
falling out.
And because you needed a man, now you're in a situation, ladies, do you hear me? Now you're in a miserable situation because you ignored the red flags.
Yeah.
And where are you going?
Mhm.
Because you needed a man and no independence. Where are you going?
Nowhere but
Wow.
to
Okay.
nowhere.
Nowhere.
So with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. What I'm
I
gonna do is
appreciate you, man.
listen. What I'm gonna do is because we do everything raw. and
Okay,
unedited. I'm gonna
absolutely.
get out this chill, but I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
tell everybody tomorrow we got the G Spot, which is a show that you will love. Matter of fact, because they talking about relationships. So
Okay.
they got
Okay.
three guys, 3 women that talk. They go at it.
Tap in. Tap in.
G Spot
tap,
tomorrow
tap,
at
tap in.
7:30 to 9, and before that, have some young ladies. We call it Diva Mondays. You know, young ladies pretty much talk about stuff. But
I love it.
I appreciate y'all checking in. What I'm gonna do when I get up, I need y'all to just take turns, tell everybody goodbye, where they can find you at, and again, I thank y'all for coming.
All right.
I appreciate
all
you having
right.
us, man.
So it's great. Go ahead.
All right, ladies first. Again, I am Brittany Sade, and you can find me on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Even though I don't really snap often, I use Snapchat for the filters. But either way, you can find me at Brittany Sade, and that's BrittaniSade.
You are a character. You know? Yo, what's up, y'all? Y'all can find me on Instagram. That's my biggest platform. And that's what is it? Underscore the blueprint. So that's DABLUEPRINT. The blueprint. All right, y'all. It was nice talking to y'all.
Thanks.